Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a soulmate reading for my dearest Libras, where we take a look at who is your soulmate, where they are right now, how you'll meet, when you'll meet, your first impressions of them, their personality, and the future outcome of this connection. Now, if these messages resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I do have those links down below. All right, let's get started, Libra. Let's see who is your soulmate. All right, so they're showing up as the Lovers card, so strong indication we're in the right reading, possibly a Gemini or someone with strong Gemini placements. All right, where they are right now, we see the Six of Cups. Okay, some of you, this person is somewhere by the water, so they could be on vacation, like at the beach. They may live near water. They may be spending time with their children if they have children from a previous connection. They could also be surrounded by friends, family. Okay. How you'll meet, we see the Page of Wands. Okay, so some of you, you may meet this person traveling or doing something creative. You know, there's like a theater scene here, so I don't know if it's like you may meet through like theater or through film in some way. Possibly through children as well, for those of you who have children. Like, I don't know if they work with children or you work with children. And maybe you both have children, you know, you could meet them, taking them to soccer practice or something like that. But I know that's not for all of you, but there may be something here about children that brings you two together. When you'll meet, we have the Moon card. So you may meet during the time of a full moon. Now, our next full moon is going to be in Aquarius, but the moon represents Cancer and Pisces energy. So for some of you, it could be when we have a full moon in Cancer. Some of you, maybe you've already met this person in Cancer season, or it's within about the next 6 months or so. We also have a full moon in Pisces and Virgo season sometime in September. Okay. But we'll see. We'll get more details there. Your first impression of this person, the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so you may see that this person, is kind of juggling a lot of responsibilities. You may feel too that this person is somebody who might be a little bit wishy-washy, a little bit in and out, like they've got a lot of responsibilities. But look, we see somebody in the background there who's like, it looks like they're kite surfing. So again, some of you might meet this person, I don't know if you live near water or like on vacation, like a beach vacation or something like that. You're going to see this person is quite fit, quite active, quite capable of juggling a lot. Their personality is the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, I love this, Libra, because the Eight of Pentacles is somebody who's solid, stable, secure, hardworking. And I love this particular Eight of Pentacles because it's like someone who's really got your back. Someone who's going to really, ask you and care about how your day is or was. Somebody who's just, this is somebody who's very ride or die. This is somebody who is not wishy-washy. This is somebody who really does truly commit. And the relationship, we see the Sun, so Leo energy. So I feel like this is going to be a very happy relationship. Some of you may have children with this person in the future. There's going to be a lot of growth and expansion. Again, you may be meeting this person come this full moon in Aquarius coming up. But I feel it's going to be a very happy, warm, loving connection. And we see the Five of Cups here. Okay, so some of you might be grieving at this time or, mourning the loss of a loved one. If that's the case, my heart goes out to you. For others of you, it could be this person or someone here has been, disappointed in love. But I feel like that's all going to change. I feel your person is quite high vibrational. I feel they're going to bring a lot of laughter, a lot of joy into your life. Someone here could have like a half sleeve tattoo. All right, so let's see what else we need to know about this person here. Gemini energy. So I do feel this person is quite effervescent, social. All right, and we have Justice card. They could have Libra in their chart. This is somebody who always looks good, looks like they're going somewhere, somebody who's always really well put together, somebody who really cherishes balance and harmony within relationships. And I also feel, excuse me, that this person is quite balanced. They're in a very high vibrational energy here. And we see the Six of Pentacles. So, you know, I do think that for some of you, this person is working on their finances. You might see that with the Two of Pentacles. You might see that this person has 2 jobs. Maybe they're paying off debt, or they're just trying to, get out of the red here. Some of you, they're in the process of like balancing the budget is what I'm getting. So saving, or like I said, maybe they've taken on more work hours, or they have a side hustle here. I feel this person really prioritizes balance and harmony in relationships because they may not have always experienced that in their previous connections. Where they are right now, the Six of Cups. So I do feel there's something really important about water, either bringing you two together, or they live by water, or they love water sports. Some of you, if they have children, their children might swim is what I'm getting, like be on swim team or something like that. We see the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like your person, wherever they are right now, they're getting clarity. So again, it feels like they could be like currently on vacation. Okay, like they're clearing their head. I'm getting this person is like doing a lot of reading. They're getting, they're doing a lot of like self-love, self-care, self-help. I feel like this person is also like, I just feel they're also like really focused on balancing the budget. So they're like making a plan. They've got a plan to move forward. And even if they're not exactly where they want to be financially, they're trying to map out how they can get there. And we see the Emperor showing up, Aries energy. I still kind of get that this person is, I feel like they're like in, like, I don't think they're always in relax mode, but I feel like currently they are. Like right now, this person is like spending time with friends and family or their children. I feel like they're, playing games. They're being active. They're getting clarity. They're like in this process of organization here is what I'm seeing. I also think your person is, I think your person is also currently doing some shadow work, possibly doing some inner child healing is what I'm getting. Maybe even trying to resolve a relationship, especially with a father or a father figure. And again, maybe they've recently lost a parent or they've lost someone close to them. But I feel like with that loss, it's brought them closer to family and they're like working through, maybe some unresolved stuff there. All right. I feel like this person right now is, I think they have a job is what I'm getting, or two, but I get that they're like not doing that right now. They're on vacation is kind of the message I keep getting. Sorry, I keep beating a dead horse here, but the messages are coming through that way. How you're going to meet, we see the Page of Wands. So for some of you, children are going to bring you together. There could be something about, theater or film that brings you two together. So again, you might run into this person at the movies or like going to a play or, taking your children somewhere or something having to do with children. Some of you, the Page of Wands is also travel. So you may meet this person traveling, some like a time when you're really excited, going somewhere you've never been before. All right, we see the Seven of Swords here. I feel like this is something that, some of you may be traveling over water, or this person is what I'm seeing. I feel like it's going to be quite unexpected how you meet. And we see the Tower energy in reverse. Okay, Aries, Scorpio energy. Strong Aries and Libra coming through, Scorpio as well, Cancer, Pisces, Leo energy, Gemini energy coming through. Some of you too, with the Tower in reverse, you may meet this person when there's been some sort of delay. Now remember, we are currently in Mercury retrograde. And when Mercury is in retrograde, sometimes like our short term or our travel plans can get all wonky or delayed. So some of you might meet them because you miss your bus or your plane is delayed. or something like that is kind of what I'm getting, okay? When you're going to meet, we see the moon card. So this is Cancer Pisces energy. So again, it could be during Cancer season. Maybe you've already met this person, or Pisces season, which is February, March, or when there's a full moon in Cancer, which would be in Capricorn season, most likely in January, or in Virgo season, so sometime in September. Okay, we see Temperance energy. Ooh, yeah, so we see Sagittarius coming through. You may also meet at a time when the healing has taken place. It could be this person is healing from something, again, especially some sort of loss, or they've been doing a lot of inner work is what I'm getting. Some of you may be meeting this person November, December. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So for a lot of you, I do think it may be by Sagittarius season, you're going to know who this person is, or you're going to meet them. And again, the wheel indicates it's possible that it's during some sort of travel, or like when things are really like looking up for you and or for them. Your first impression of them, the Two of Pentacles. So you're going to see this person is very capable, handling a lot, but they're kind of in this keeping their head above water energy. You may be a little bit worried that this person is self-involved, or that they're not emotionally available, or for some reason you can't really trust this person, or they're like a little bit self-centered. And we see the Devil energy in reverse, okay? So you might feel like when it comes to love, your first impression might be that they're not going to really put in the work. Now, the Devil energy is Capricorn energy, and the shadow attributes of it can be arrogant, selfish, stubborn, or materialistic. And I think that goes with the King of Swords in reverse. So your first impressions of this person may not be that great, but their personality is the Eight of Pentacles. And I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised that this person is very hardworking. They're very steady. They're very stable. All right. They're very ride or die. This person is also very wise. I'm also getting they might be very different from you. So you might have very, very different personalities. And again, we have the Libra Aries axis. So again, maybe they're in Aries, or they're, you know, my guides are just showing me that they may be very different from you, but you complement each other well. And we have that Aquarius energy. But, you know, this person, again, strong Aries energy. This person, I feel, even though they might not be completely sure about what the future holds for them, I still think this person is someone who takes risks, and they push forward anyways. I feel with this Aquarius energy, this person can sometimes be a little bit stubborn or a little bit rebellious, but they always show up for their loved ones, and they'll always show up for you. And the relationship here, we have the Sun, Leo energy. So I do think this is going to be, you know, despite your first impressions here, Libra, I do think this is going to be a connection that brings you a lot of happiness and joy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of action and a lot of movement here. And there may even be certain triggers within this relationship, but I feel like it's going to make you that much stronger. All right. And we have the Queen of Swords energy showing up in reverse. So I feel like, you know, this is going to, like what I'm seeing with the Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords in reverse is that this is actually going to be a very healing connection. You know, one or both of you may project past, you know, past hurts or trauma or heartbreak onto the current connection. And you know what? That happens to a lot of us. But I feel like this is going to be the connection where you get to heal that, where you both, you know, hold space for each other, recognize that, and heal that. We see the Page of Swords in reverse. I do think one of you is going to start off being a secret admirer of the other one. So when you meet, again, you might not be super impressed with this person when you meet them. You might be very attracted to them, but you might think this person's like a little bit self-involved, a little bit stubborn, just way too focused on themselves. But I think they're gonna like you much more than maybe even you like them in the beginning. And I just kind of chuckle because it's like this is going to be a really happy relationship. So what is the purpose of this soulmate connection for my Libras? What is this person going to show my Libras? Speak your truth. You've stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. Yeah, and I feel like this is going to be one of those connections, like you're not going to always agree, but you're also going to know that this is my person and I can be honest with them and they're not going to run away, right? And we're going to mirror back to each other, things we need to look at. And I feel it's going to be quite constructive. All right, so let's see. What else do my Libras need to know about this soulmate? What else do my Libras need to know about this soulmate? So for some of you, they could be a Virgo or they just embody this energy. They're great planners and organizers. They have a tendency to overthink and overanalyze. This person may be a little bit closed off, and you may pick up on that in your first impression, that they've been deeply wounded. So trust must be established to open their heart, but you're certainly going to open their heart. And we see this person may be a little bit of a mama's boy. Your person has a close-knit relationship with their mother, whether they're male or female, it doesn't matter. And whether their mom is alive or has crossed over. And for some of you, they've recently lost a parent. I was picking up on it more being a father figure, but for some of you, it may be a mother. And for some of you, this person does have, has a son from a previous connection. All right. And we see strong fire in this person's chart. There's a card here coming through short term. Now, for some of my Libras, this may be the case. Okay, but I feel with the Sun card here, for a lot of you, this is something that's going to bring you a lot of happiness, bring you a lot of joy. There is going to be a little bit of struggle here in this relationship, but it's going to bring healing and awareness. And for a lot of you, I do see it being more long term, but that may not be the case for all of you. All right, let's see. What else do my Libras need to know about this person? Okay, they make something valuable with their own hands. They may have blue eyes or light colored eyes, and they may wear more than 2 rings frequently. Okay, anything else we need to know about this person? Anything else we need to know about this person, please? Okay, so they are dependable and consistent. They're genuine and they're sincere, and I think they're going to really hold space for you to also be authentic. All right, and for some of you, see, there was that energy of travel I was picking up strong here in this connection and with this person. So they might have a career in hospitality, travel, hotels, working in restaurants as an entertainer, customer service rep. All right, and any other additional times for my Libras other than the ones I've stated? Spirit saying things might move quickly between you and this person. And for a lot of my Libras, this may be or is unfolding this year. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Yeah, and most likely kind of around the holidays, so September-ish. I'm sorry, I was going to say Sagittarius-ish. Oh my goodness, where is my head? December-ish, November, December-ish, Sagittarius season. Okay, so we see flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Okay, so again, don't put your life on hold waiting for this person. Put yourself out there, Libra. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And I feel this is a really strong purpose here to this soulmate connection for you. And Spirit saying this situation is calling for you to have faith. There is going to be trust between the two of you. And this is something worth waiting for. So divine timing is at work in your love life. All right, my lovely Libras, I'm going to leave it here. Sending you love and light. Take care.